I think the most important thing here is like truly be laser beam focused on who you are and what you're meant to do, what you're meant to be, your true calling on your life. Like I know personally, financial freedom, teaching people what should be taught in schools is like my calling.
Hello, you're listening to Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast, presented by Brandon Elliott. This show will be going over all aspects of real estate investing and is intended to educate, motivate, and prepare you to take action on your first or next real estate investment. For more information, please visit BrandonElliottInvestments.com. Thank you for listening and enjoy.
Welcome back, everyone, to Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Brandon Elliott, and today I wanted to do something a little unique. I wanted to do something a little different and just have fun with it, right? My 33 years of wisdom is what we're going to call this one. So the 33 years of wisdom, just because I ended up just turning 33 last Tuesday on Valentine's Day. Appreciate all the love and support that I've received over the last week or so from so many people. I know a lot of women out there do birthday weeks or birthday months. So that's what I'm going to do this year. All right, 33. I'm going to do birthday month and we're going to live it up real big. But all jokes aside, if you guys haven't already, I know in the intro for the podcast, we have go to BrandonElliottInvestments.com. I highly encourage you to go to CreditCounselElite.com. We are changing the whole map on U.S. financial literacy and getting as much funding from the banks as you truly, truly deserve. Talking free money from them, but also flipping the script on them and getting as much funding. And then so you can put it to work. We're truly teaching business owners like you how to be able to get up to $500,000. That's $500,000 every 6 months at 0% interest. So if that doesn't excite you, if that doesn't get you up in the morning, then I don't know what does. But if you have options available, if you have opportunity available that you can take down more territory, you can open up more businesses, you can grow and scale your current business, keep up with inventory or whatever it may be, and you are just needing a little extra capital to be able to do it, well, 500,000 every 6 months just for yourself, not including your significant other, friends, family, whatever it may be, your clients as well. Let's talk about it. It really adds up and you can do some tremendous damage when you are getting educated properly. So check out CreditCounselElite.com. That is www.CreditCounselElite.com. We have hundreds of testimonials. We have a ton of free content on there, articles, blogs, and obviously our podcast as well. And so much more. We have a 10-minute video that will truly educate you on the full possibilities of what we can do to best serve you. All right. Afterwards, you can always book a call with somebody on our team to take it further if you are interested, if you apply, and if you qualify. So in the last 33 years, there's been a lot of ups and downs in my life, as I'm sure you can relate in yours. But what I would say is coming from the broke, busted, disgusted Brandon Elliott from New Jersey, grew up with my mom being an angel that she is, single parent mother doing the best that she obviously could, raising 3 misfits, me being the middle, the only guy in the house, no father figure, met my father in court at age 18, living off of Social Security. That was what my mom, because she's manic depressive bipolar, not being able to hold a job, had to live off Section 8, had to have government assistance, food stamps, and housing and so forth. And that type of growing up in my chaos, going from that to when there's a will, there's a way. I'm a very firm believer in that. Finding my love in real estate has truly changed my life. Credit was the catalyst to do it, right? So credit was able to fund my goals, my dreams, my income, my investment opportunities, and to be able to provide me these strategies to really be able to get more risky out there. And, you know, going from that to literally 8.5 million in real estate assets, 30,000 a month in passive income, an incredible team of and supporting individuals, family, friends, just incredible support in Credit Counsel Elite that we have in our culture. is incredible, as well as being able to buy a home for my family back in New Jersey just last year, and being able to just hit certain records that I never would have imagined. It's an incredible feeling, and just, never in a million years. I don't know how else to sum it up or shorten this up here. Never in a million years would I have thought. And truthfully, it's just the beginning. It is like so just the beginning. And what I would say is there's a couple things that I have done to speed up the process. And these things at the same time have also held me back because I didn't utilize them faster, sooner, really be able to maximize. And that's why I wrote these 3 things down, because I think it will truly transform your life if you take these 3 things to heart and you can really be able to implement them on demand for yourself, to be able to focus and triple down on these 3 things I'm going to give you here today. I believe it could truly transform your life sooner than you believe and sooner than you think in true reality. These 3 things aren't in any order by any means. They're just 3 things that I've acknowledged in the last 33 years of my life. Focusing on these have made that pivotal point, that transition from the broke, busted, disgusted Brandon Elliott with the messed up mindset, being addicted to marijuana, being a slave to that, really, truthfully. It sounds stupid. I'm not the only one in the world. I'm the only one in the world that will admit being addicted to marijuana. There's millions upon millions of people that smoke every day. Too much of anything is bad for you, right? And then try to remove that. Not saying that it's bad. I'm not saying that it's good either. Too much of anything, like I said, it could hold you back. So being a slave to anything and having things to have full control over you could be the death of you, right? It could hold you back from your true calling, who you're meant to be, who you're meant to become, who you're meant to impact. And also, thinking back, it's like, how do you want to show up to everything that you do, right? It's important. How you do one thing is how you do everything. It truly is. And you'll see it, whatever is holding you back in the secret place, in the quiet, doors closed, behind the scenes that nobody can see on social media. Those things that are being done behind closed doors, that stuff will creep out into your true life. And that is the little secret of death, right? It's like the thing that's going to really hold you back and drown you slowly. And so these 3 things, I think, if you're struggling in anything, if you're putting more power into things that need to, then if you somehow can get the strength and courage to acknowledge when enough is enough and what isn't working, and it's time to adjust, it's time to adapt and focus on some true IPAs, not the drinking kind, but some true income producing activities, then I'm sure that this will be able to change your life like it has for mine. So, like I said, no in particular order, but these are the 3. So number 1 is, if you want to go further, faster, and really stronger, it really comes down to building out that team. And it sounds simple. It sounds easy. There's not a damn thing easy about it. Not a damn thing easy about it. You need to be the ultimate hustler first, and then somehow pull yourself back afterwards. Being the ultimate hustler is do or die. I'm going to provide. I'm going to get the meat. I'm going to get the potatoes. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to get this income that's needed, right? I'm going to get this income because I'm tired of being broke, busted, and disgusted, Brandon Elliott. I'm tired of struggling. I need to do whatever it takes to be able to get financial freedom. So you're hustling, you're putting in the work, you're getting the result, and you're getting income, right? And you're hustling, doing all types of, if you can make money on something that's legal, moral, and ethically, then you're like, cool, sign me up. They need a bidding job over there for some plumbing. Never done it in my life, but they need it. Maybe I can figure out how to make a couple bucks off of it. So you're hustling every single where, I don't recommend this to everybody by any means, but I think starting off this way, it will teach you the grind and you'll get the income coming in. Once you actually have the income coming in, then you want to pull back and get off of that track ASAP, because it is the worst slippery slope ever. It will truly hold you back from ever becoming a millionaire or mega millionaire. It will truly hold you back from becoming financial freedom and success and time. If you have all the time in the world, I can almost bet that you have no money, truthfully. Or if you have all the money in the world, or you have some money, then vice versa, right? So you're probably busy. You eventually, at the very end, you want to be able to get back your time, have your money, protect your money, secure your money, reinvest your money, and start getting back your time slowly. Okay. In the beginning, you might not have any money, but you have a bunch of time. So you're going to hustle. You're going to hustle, figure out all the different ways you can start stacking up some coin, reinvesting it, and then get that money and then really start tripling down on yourself so that you can accumulate as much as possible. Then start figuring out, how can I hire on people? How do I hire on the experts to take these burdens off me and to be able to give me the freedom that I need to be able to really start stepping out of this hustler personality and get into this CEO personality? Be able to position yourself properly to set yourself up for success, for growth. If you're doing everything, if you're not outsourcing, if you are thinking that you are the best in your business, you're a moron. Like, and you got to call yourself out on it. You got to look yourself in the mirror and be like, dude, you are a moron. There's somebody out there that's smarter, better, faster, younger, like all these things, that is down for the cause if you can build the right culture. So building out that team, there's nothing easy about it. But finding the right experts that know how to build out teams, reading the books, visiting the companies that have these communities, these cultures in place to be able to deep dive into and really just pull out all the gold nuggets, as many as you can. Really focus on this so that you can learn how to lead, learn how to not be the ultimate hustler, but be the ultimate CEO. Learn how to be able to lead by example and guide. And because you went through the trenches, because you did all the hustler mentality stuff, they'll have respect for you because they already know you've been through it. You've done it. You did what they were doing. Plus, you went 10 times harder, So you'll be able to relate. But if you truly want to go further, faster, and stronger, then I highly encourage, focus on that team. You might start off as the ultimate hustler in the beginning. But eventually, as you're making that money, as you're starting to stack up, you got to start taking the time back. You got to start not being the ultimate hustler. Let some of the things go and start focusing over time in, how do I systemize this? How do I get some of my time back? How do I hire on some people to put them in the position to be able to do some of these hustler things for me? And I can actually be able to lead them, and I can focus more time and energy on hiring on the next person, growing this, getting more income. But it's that fine balance, that fine line of growing and scaling. Next is really focus. And it sounds easier than said than done, right? So this is just being very vulnerable in this. When you help out a shitload of people, when you help out hundreds or thousands of people, there's going to be somebody that has a bad day every once in a while. And it could be you. It could be you, right? It's important to look in the mirror and acknowledge your faults and your weaknesses and your strengths. But there's going to be people in your life that come into your life, that sneak into your life, that end up becoming the haters, right? That could draw you down, that could spiral out of control and mess up your business if you give it the air that it needs. Think of it like a true life fire. If you give it the attention, if you constantly flame it up, if you're talking back to it, if you're giving it the energy that it needs to keep it going, then that fire might continue. It might keep growing. It might burn down the house, the village, the company, right? And it's hard. It's hard because nobody likes being told all these negative things about yourself. I don't. And this is where the truth comes. And this is why there's such an identity crisis out there. And that's why it drives me crazy. It's so hurtful to see the identity crisis going on, especially in the youth and the younger kids. So I just pray that everybody, that this finds them well and that they know their true identity, that you're saying words of affirmation to yourself in the mirror every day, but you're also speaking life into the other people that need it around you. Anybody that's listening to this right now, if you got a younger one near you, friends, family, younger brother, younger siblings, younger friends, even some of your buddies that may be older or whatever, speak life into them and let them know who they truly are on a regular basis and how much they mean to you. Because there's such an identity crisis of, well, I don't know, am I this, am I that? And it's so ridiculous. It truly is. So I think the most important thing here is like truly be laser beam focused on who you are and what you're meant to do, what you're meant to be, your true calling on your life. Like I know personally, financial freedom, teaching people what should be taught in schools is like my calling because I've seen hundreds upon hundreds of families and individuals get totally rocked from this, like totally life changed. And I've had people crying on Zoom calls with me, on phone calls with me, and having their family members come in, parents, and all these other individuals that are like just the breakthroughs that I see. So that I know it works, but I know it feels good also because they're getting the results faster and sooner and better and with less stress than I went through or that I could imagine. So it's incredible, right? But think of it like this. If somebody calls you a crackhead, and Caleb Maddox gave this analogy to me a long time ago, and it was so brilliant, right? He's making such an impact with millions of kids, millions of young kids. And he had certain people that were reaching out to him, giving him death threats, telling him he hates it, like all these horrible things, like you should go kill yourself. You should, all these horrible, horrible things. And people that don't even know him, it's just easier to do that, the internet trolling, right? Hating, and because they're going through some drama, the bullies, right? They're coming out and it's easier for them to do it on a screen and hurt people. So like they were trying to do that. And it was hurtful for him as well. But what he told me, it was great analogy here. He was like, think of it like this. If you know your identity and if somebody's calling you a crackhead, but you aren't a crackhead, right? You know that you've never smoked crack. Like you're not a crackhead. So why would you give power to that? You would never. You would naturally laugh it off and keep it moving. And if they kept calling you a crackhead, like in a serious manner, you would be like, oh my God, like something's up with that dude, that homeless guy. Like something's going on with him. I'm going to keep it moving. Like you're not going to have a conversation and say, I'm not a crackhead. So don't give power and energy towards it. You're going to bounce. You're going to keep it moving. Okay. So when people come into your business somehow and you know that you've done them well, you've served them properly. Like I've had people a couple months ago trying to bring me down, and realistically, they have been with me for years. They gave me amazing video testimonials and so much more. And they've gotten incredible results. When they came to me a couple months ago, they were going through some stuff. They had a bunch of money in crypto. They lost a bunch in crypto. They got a new baby on the way. They're already an existing newborn, a year old, in school right now, struggling in all different areas and stressed out more than ever. A wife is going through some stuff, and it's just the pressure on the man. It's incredible. So instead of he's going for the low bearing fruit, me on social media or through the course that he bought a couple years ago, starts getting on and telling all these lies, demanding things, trying to extort me and all these other horrible things. And at first I was paying attention to it. And then I realized that's not me. And I know he's coming from a hurt place. I know struggles are real, especially in a recession and all these other things. And I'm not going to negotiate with a terrorist. That's a mindset you got to realize. Like you don't negotiate with a crackhead. You don't negotiate with a terrorist. You don't negotiate with somebody that's trying to, there's no reason behind it. There's no rationality behind it. Right. So there's going to be haters that come around. Haters come and go. That's just what it comes down to. But will you remain? That's what I challenge you on. Will you remain? Will you stay focused? Will you stay laser beam focused on who you are, your identity, your calling, your impact, exactly who you are meant to serve? And will you do it with full integrity? Will you do it with full honor and full heart, knowing that, hey, these people need me on the other end? I don't know what they look like now, but I know that this person with this family, it's coming soon and they're going to need my help. So am I worried over here what this hater's saying, or am I going to focus on all these thousands of people that need me? Right. So stay laser beam focus is my second thing that I would say. Right. So number one is going to be, it's really developing that team. If you want to go further, faster and stronger, develop that team from the ultimate hustler to backtracking and really getting a team together and getting out of that aspect of the hustler. Number two is focus. Haters are going to hate And haters come, they go, but will you remain? Okay. So that's number 2 is laser beam focus. And then number 3 is going to be investing in yourself. And growing up with very lack of funds, I had my first job when I was 12. I was trying to get my first job at 9. I was going around and picking weeds for some neighbors and trying to cut the grass, not wanting to cut the grass at my house, but willing to do anything else in the neighborhood. Went around to all these golf courses trying to, pitch myself as like, hey, I'll run around and collect the balls. They said, no, you need to have a license because you'll get in a car and drive around and collect them. And I said, no, I'll be cheaper, save gas, save insurance and all that stuff. And I will simply run around. People can try to aim at me. You can put me in a football, gear, and I'll just collect all the balls and they can aim for me. It'll make it more fun. And they're like, no, that's not going to work. But they love the hustle. And I was persistent and I kept showing up to all the golf courses near me. What I recommend is investing in yourself, because me personally, I used to give a lot of power to money. Money growing up was the issue, or at least it seemed to be, right? There's many other causes that were problems, but money was the continuous everyday stress, and there's problems in life for everything. It truly is. Like, you can't overcome Earth's living problems, right? So what you can do is have more center gravity, more center knowing when to react and not react, and be able to be in control of each and every situation so that you are more center level headed, right? And not being that crazy individual that's reacting to everything and apologizing later. Don't let yourself get upset. But in the past, I used to give a lot more power to money than it deserves. It doesn't, you should have respect for money, but you should also put it to work. You should treat it like true life monopoly. Like, if you're taking notes right now, write that down. And it sounds so common, you've heard it a million times, but treat it as real life monopoly. Especially when you're young. Get risky. Like, you don't know when you're going to hit the go to jail button, or if you're going to hit the jackpot and get all the money in the middle. Don't play the damn lottery either. But honestly, like, work hard for your stuff, but also acknowledge that if you want to go further and really be able to learn fast, like, you can truly learn from experts that have already gone through it. They've already gone through the trial and error. They've already done all the work. You just need to do your due diligence to see, like, are these guys the truth? Are they the real deal? And if they are, then why not invest in yourself so that you can save 5, 10, 15, 20 plus years of the trial and error? And let's face it, you're probably not going to fall in love with it like that individual did. So you might not even get a percentage close, but take up all that time, that precious time. Once you actually make money, you realize that time is your biggest asset, and you'll do everything in your power to be able to get as much of it as possible, to spend it with the people and get the experiences in your life that mean the most to you. So when you can actually focus on not giving power to money, but use money as the power to be able to get more time, to be able to get faster results, get the best results, and to be able to grow and scale your business, I mean, it's truly incredible. And having that positive mindset in all situations, and I mean all situations, because I've invested in mentors in the past. I'm guilty of it as well, that I've invested in mentors in the past, did not do enough due diligence, and they were like scam artists. But guess what? I don't regret not one damn investment that I've ever made into any of those mentors, because I made it a goal to get an ROI. I made it a goal. A mentor here in San Diego that I invested in, total scam artist, total BSer, just an incredible pathological liar, scam artist and everything. I invested what seemed to be a lot at the time when I first got started. It was $400 a month. That was incredible to me. That was a lot. That was scary. Giving some other person $400 a month just to be a part of something. That was incredibly scary to me. And there's levels to it, right? So that was my first one, and it was terrifying, but it was a community. I realized the family vibe that I longed for that I didn't realize. I also wrote this book, Action Driven. Like, I wrote this book, Action Driven, that impacted like hundreds of people's lives. I had one guy have a heart to heart with me, crying over the phone and buying 30 plus copies for so many random people, friends, family, random people that he met around the world. and totally rocked him and changed his life. That book was meant for him, honest to God, because that was the biggest impact, the biggest shake in world history. And then that relationship developed into another relationship where I'm best friends now with his best friend. And, I'm constantly going down to Mexico to stay with them and have a amazing time in Tulum and all these amazing different things that you'd never know. Like we just had our event in Tulum for Credit Council Elite this past September, and it was incredible. It was life changing. So the thing is, like, never give power to the money. I have a lot of friends, and I brought this up as one of my top three is because I have a lot of friends, family members, good people that I have nothing but respect for that give way too much power to money. And therefore they're sticklers about money. They're stressing out about money. They are penny pinching. It's incredible. And in the past, when I was growing up, I had these issues. I had these things. I always put money on the pedestal. I put people on the pedestal too. If they were making more than me, I would put them on a pedestal. Why? We're all human beings. We're all like unique. And I think it's important to identify that and realize that, like, we all have gifts. Learn from each person individually, but also just realize, like, not everybody's perfect. That's one thing that I met, or that I acknowledge, and was able to remove people off the pedestal very quickly not quickly, but over a couple years. I realized the closer I got to mentors, there's not one that, I used to put on a pedestal, thought they had it all figured out and were amazing human beings, billionaires and so forth. And then I realized, like, oh no, you might be good financially, but with your wife or with your kids or with like your bank account or your health, like it's horrible. Like I would never want to be that. I would never want to change, places, because you don't prioritize that. You prioritize this over that. The number one reason why divorces happen or fights happen in the home with relationships, it comes down to money. It's because people put too much on a pedestal when it comes down to money, and they don't have enough savings. They don't know how to hustle and get funds. And it's just one of those struggles of that you're relying too much on other people. Like, for instance, if you have a W-2, which is totally fine, you're relying on them to pay you. Let's just be upfront with that. And you might say, oh, of course, but like, why wouldn't they pay me? They're always going to pay me. Well, they're always going to pay you until they lay you off, because that's what a lot of Silicon Valley has been doing in the tech industry the last 6 months. They've been laying off a lot of people. Okay. So they're going to pay you until they have to lay you off. People have come into Credit Council Elite that they were 2 years away from a pension, that they would have got full retirement benefits and so forth, and full pension. They were in there for 30 years with this company, this corporation, and they let them go 2 years early. I think a little less than that, but let's just say 2 years early, and they only got 20% of their pension. I mean, that's like criminal in my opinion. That's unbelievable. Somebody was relying on that, gave their heart, soul for that many years, and now you take that away from them when they're that close. It's like crippling somebody right when they're about to go through the finish line. All the time and energy, the work, the sacrifices that they made for you, for your company. I mean, the list goes on. It's, I have another friend that it was a company that he was working for, and the company started doing not well with business, not getting enough money coming in, had a lot of techs, a lot of employees, but not enough hustlers to make money coming in, not enough sales guys to make, funds for the house. And therefore they stopped paying them. And they said, hey, we're just going to cut the paychecks in half. And for the next couple months, then we'll catch up later on. 3 months go by, they're only getting half. And then once the 3 months come by, it's like, well, we actually can't pay anybody anymore. If you want to keep working, that's fine. If not, I understand. It's like, what? Now they're out of a job. Now they need to find some other place. And, so the list goes on. So that's why I'm a big advocate of getting in control of your finances, getting some real estate, getting a life insurance policy, a whole life insurance policy that you can become your own bank with. But if you just get 3 properties for yourself that are residential multifamily, duplex, triplex, fourplex, you can hedge your wages, your bets against yourself. You can bet more on yourself and have more income, more security. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket, believing, having faith in the government or waiting on your Social Security. What if that's not around when we're at that point? I mean, the way that the government's been managing money the last couple 100 years. It's like, I don't know. That's why it's important to learn how to put your money to work and treat it like true life monopoly. If you weren't desperate for it and always think to yourself, what is the absolute worst thing that could happen? And identify that, it's probably not as bad as our mind is drifting away to, right? It's probably not as bad. If you grew up poor, then, and you used to eating beans and now you got some bucks, but you're still young and you got some investment opportunities in front of you. What's the worst case scenario if you lose it all? What's the worst case scenario if you diversify into other opportunities and you do your due diligence properly, you wage your bets and you take more things into control and you're not just betting on other people to do what they say they're going to do. You're betting on yourself to succeed no matter what. You're determined for it. That's one of our core values, determination. Investing in yourself. I've invested, and there's levels to it. My very first investment, it was $400 into a monthly mastermind. Let me see. One of the next ones, it was like 10,000 a year, then 15,000, then 25,000, 30,000, 50,000. The last one we just did, it was 150,000. 150,000. And I did 2 masterminds last year. I was in multiple, honestly, but 2 that kind of blew me away was an $80,000 one as well as a $150,000 one. I mean, that's just in 1 year. And guess what? I constantly keep reinvesting in myself, getting to the next level, getting to the higher peak, because I want to put myself in that room with other high level individuals that do not put money on a pedestal, do not put people on a pedestal, but put themselves in the right rooms because they know how to put money to work. They know how to really give it their all and they're determined to succeed no matter what. And those people can be incredible, and it makes you excited to get in those rooms because you're going to learn so much and you're going to build long lasting relationships. So never be scared to invest in yourself. Okay. Yeah, just don't give any power to any of that BS, the stinking thinking, right? Go all in on yourself and do it. Because what is the worst case scenario? Money comes and goes. It's an ebb and flow. The individual that holds it all and then buries it, like, what is that going to do? Think about the Dead Sea, right? The water comes in, it doesn't go anywhere. It stays like that. It stays dead, right? So you really want to put it to work. You want the ebb and flow. Every time I give, money always comes back. I never talk about like publicly giving, but the other day I gave a $10,000 giving offering. And then just the other day I got a surprisingly $12,600 or something check for something totally random that I like on one of my mortgages, an overpayment that I was not expecting or had no idea. And it's just, that's how it works. It's the ebb and flow. It's the surprise of, oh, here you go. It's something, it's going to shock the hell out of you. And I've never been disappointed with that. After a while, it's like testing God of like, hey, like, shock me, God. It's like eventually you're shocked so many times, you can't deny being a believer. You can't deny being like, all right, well, he did it again. He showed off again. So those are the 3 things that I'm a big advocate on. No particular order, investing in yourself, going all in and not putting the money on a pedestal. Don't put people on a pedestal. Constantly reinvest in yourself and be determined to succeed no matter what. Number 2 is focus. Haters going to hate and haters are going to come. They're going to go. But will you actually remain? Yes, you will. You are the one. You are the only one. Are you going to allow people to drag you down? Or are you going to stand up and know your identity, know who you're meant to serve, and know your true intentions? And if you're a crackhead, you're a crackhead. If you're not, then why are you going to allow somebody to pull you down? You shouldn't, and you won't moving forward. Okay, so know your identity and stay laser beam focused. And number 3 is, if you want to truly go further, faster, and stay stronger, then to be able to serve properly to all your clients and everybody that is in your circle, to make the biggest impact possible, because you know your identity, right? It's that team. It's building out the most successful team, and there's levels to this. So identify if you are in the hustler mindset right now and you just got to make some money, you got to bring in some income, then do that hustle mentality. Go out there and hustle, right? But once you start actually making some income, significant income, then start stacking some away, start investing in yourself, get risky out there, but then also start hiring more people, right people, and do your due diligence, like learn this stuff so that you can start outsourcing and get some of that hustle stuff taken off your plate. So other people can hustle for you and you can start buying back time and get the proper infrastructure. So you're not just the ultimate hustler anymore. You're the ultimate CEO. And that's very crucial. So those are the things that I learned in the last 33 years of my life. And that's my 33 years of wisdom. I hope it was helpful for you. I know it's goofy. I'm a baby. I'm a baby at heart. 33, it's nothing. I got many more years to go, and I'm very blessed. And I acknowledge my blessings at a young age. I'm very thankful for real estate at a young age. I'm thankful for the struggles, and I'm blessed. I have true gratitude in everything that I do. And I appreciate all the love and support from everybody that comes my way. And I'm just looking to be that inspiration, that light, and that the education that people might be missing out on that are in my circle, that come my way, that God sends my way, so that I can bless them and just speak the truth to what is truly possible out there in the financial and credit space and real estate. And if that resonates with you, then hit that damn subscribe button. I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the damn subscribe button. Hit that button. I appreciate it, guys. Hit the subscribe button. I love you guys. You'll get the newest notification every single Monday. And after listening to a few episodes, that 5-star review would greatly be appreciated. It really would. We're all geared towards educating, motivating, and preparing you to take action in real estate. And it will change your life just like it did with mine. If you are more than serious to be able to really change your life and your finances, then this is what I encourage you to do. In Credit Counsel Elite, we teach business owners how to be able to get up to $500,000 every 6 months. Oh, yeah. And at 0% interest, you're able to get like true transformational wealth from this. This is flipping the script on the banks. Every 6 months, getting $500,000 at 0% interest to be able to leverage by purchasing real estate, being able to grow, buy businesses, scale your business, be able to fix credit if needed, build up personal credit, get to the 800 FICO club in less than 30 days, be able to get like deep dive into business credit. We give you access to 160 plus business trade lines that's worth millions of dollars right there alone. We teach you how to travel hack. We teach you so much more, wealth generating strategies, protection strategies, all my contacts. We have customer success managers. We have coaches, and we have events in person where we deep dive into your business, teaching you everything and anything in between when it comes down to credit, but also real estate. We have an amazing community on a Slack channel as well as Facebook, and I couldn't be more proud of everybody in it and what they are doing in real estate right now, along with credit. So if this rocks your boat and you want to learn more about Credit Counsel Elite, then what are you waiting for? Go to creditcounselelite.com. That's www.creditcounselelite.com. You'll be able to watch. There's so much education on there, but you'll be able to truly identify that we are a for-purpose business, meaning every investment that you make with us gets a portion of it goes straight towards any nonprofit that needs it. Organizations like the Underground Railroad, stopping child sex slavery around the world. There's an organization over in Africa where we supply funds to be able to get clean, reliable water for a human being for the rest of their life. And we've built homes in Mexico as well with some of the organizations and nonprofits that we've partnered up with. So it's making a difference being a for-purpose business. And it's not just an impact in your life and your family's life, your community, your clients, your circle, your significant other, your family, but it's also all these people that we're helping worldwide as well. So I'm proud to say that we are a part of that, and your giving, your investment into yourself goes towards that. So if you watch that 10-minute video on creditcounselelite.com, you'll be able to get true identity of like what we can really help you out with. You can book a call afterwards. And if you qualify, if you're a good fit and we approve you, then we would love to welcome you to Credit Counsel Elite. If you want to connect with me on social media, check out our YouTube channel. It's Brandon Elliott Investments or Credit Counsel Elite as well. With 2 channels on there. We have on Instagram, it is Brandon Elliott Investments, and then Facebook.com/Brandon Elliott Investor. Love you guys all so much. Till next time, stay blessed. Peace.
This has been another episode of Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast, brought to you by Brandon Elliott. For more information, please visit BrandonElliottInvestments.com. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Thanks again for joining. Until next time, God bless.